Welcome back, ladies, to this lesson. And now I want to talk to you about food and mood. So, you might recall in the previous lesson on basic nutrition, we talked about the different foods associated with Choose My Plate and the nutrients that are found in those foods. Now I'm going to shift gears and have you think about the brain. We know that those foods affect your physical well-being, right? The way that you move, the way that your body gets up, sits, goes to the bathroom, all those things. But did you know that it can affect or food can affect your social and emotional well-being? Let's think about it, right? Our brain is always working. It needs to work in order for our heart to beat, for us to breathe, for us to move, for our senses to kick in, and for our thoughts to take place, right? And sometimes we don't even have to think about doing it. Our brain is just automatically working. Even when we're sleeping, our brain has to continue to work in order to provide that fuel from the food that we get in order to fuel our bodies while we are sleeping. So I want you to think about this sports car, right? This sports car is our brain. And like this sports car, our brain needs premium fuel, right? Let's think if this sports car did not have the fuel that it needed, the right fuel that it needed, it would probably run slow, right? And it would probably take last place. But if we put that great fuel in our body, that great fuel in this sports car, right, it's going to run fast. It's going to run really fast. And so the foods and the certain types of foods that we put in our body can affect the way that it moves, but also the way that it thinks. So I want to take you back to the Choose My Plate, right? Remember the Choose My Plate, and remember one of the principles of the Choose My Plate was variety, getting all these different types of food groups, but making sure you're choosing different foods within those food groups, right? So fruits, we don't want to just choose red or orange, but we want to try green and purple and blue because those different colors provide different nutrients. And when it comes to our emotions or our social and emotional well-being, I want you to focus on these different foods and how they impact our brain, our nervous system, and the way we think and the way we remember things. For instance, omega 3s. Those are found in fatty fish like salmon and tuna. They help build brain and nerve cells, and that's important for learning and memory. Antioxidants. Those reduce inflammation, which is not only important for our physical well being, but it also improves our thinking and our memory. Vitamin D, found in things like fortified milk and yogurt, as well as fish, it helps with emotions and behaviors. And if you remember from the basic nutrition lecture, that vitamin D is also helpful for building strong bones and teeth. B vitamins, those found in meats, eggs, dairy, help to develop and function the nervous system. Those minerals, right? And we remember minerals are a part of the micronutrients, and those are found in different food groups throughout the Choose My Plate. But certain minerals, like iodine and magnesium, those help with brain growth and function. Iodine, as well as zinc, that are important for the brain, are found in things like meat and dairy, and magnesium are found in things like nuts and dark leafy green vegetables. Fiber, and we remember fiber, it's important that we get fiber in order for our digestive system, but fiber in probiotics or live bacteria help with our gut, and there is a connection there with gut and brain health. So it's important that we get things like beans, fruits, and vegetables, dairy, and whole grains in order to help fuel our gut and help with our digestion. High quality proteins help with things that help build those building blocks to make a good muscle or proteins within our body. High quality proteins I like to think about as like lean proteins. So things found in meats, beans, dairy, those things help produce hormones that make us feel happy or tired. So it's important that we get high quality proteins. And I like to think lean proteins when it comes to high quality proteins. And my tip here is lean quality proteins are 4 legs or less. So think about it. What are proteins that we eat with 4 legs? Well, we have chicken and pork. Although good quality proteins are not lean proteins. And so when we move to 2-legged things like chicken and poultry, we're getting leaner. And then we move to 0-legged things like dairy, eggs, cheese, nuts, and seeds. And those things are also high quality proteins, but are lean. And remember, we want to focus on balance too when it comes to our plate. So, all in all, if you're looking at this slide, remember if you choose variety of the Choose My Plate, you are helping with your emotional and social well being. And so that leaves me with my final message to you guys on food and mood. Think about your comfort food. What is something that you like to go to when maybe you're having a really good day or maybe not a not so good day? Mine, I love ice cream. Ice cream, I would say, is probably not good or bad, but it's probably a sometimes food, maybe not an all the time food. Why? Well, I think ice cream helps with my emotional well being. For instance, maybe I am celebrating a friend's birthday and I want to celebrate with her or him. And so I will eat ice cream with that friend, and that will make me feel happy. But I know that ice cream is a sometimes food and probably not something that I should have all the time. Those all the time foods are those found on the Choose My Plate. Those fruits, those vegetables, those whole grains, those lean proteins. Remember, think 4 legs or less. Think different types of grains and think of that dairy. Ice cream is not a bad food. It's not a good food. It's just a sometimes food. So we just want to make sure that we don't label foods as good or bad because we don't know how foods impact someone's maybe emotional or social well being. We want to treat food as food, and it can come in sometimes. That's the moderation. That is the balance piece of the Choose My Plate. It's okay to have candy. It is okay to have ice cream, right? It's just not okay to have ice cream or fruits or grains or protein all the time and to only do those things. Remember, we want variety. We want to eat the color of the rainbow. We want to choose balance on our plate by all of those food groups. And then we want to include maybe those sometimes foods every so often. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about fueling the right way, fueling with high nutrient foods, those found in our food groups, to make sure that our emotional and social and physical well being are taken care of. Once you take care of all of that, right, being physically active, eating healthy, taking care of our mental awareness, as well as connecting socially with our friends and family, we are at a good well being, and that will make us a really good athlete. Thank you.